they said he couldn't do it, he did it though. I've been chasing demons, watch me hunt them down. I've been sipping holy water from that water fountain. They try to bury me alive, they try to pull me down, but then I dug my way up out that fucking underground. Oh, I still got dirt on my shoulder, I still got work, it ain't over. I can feel the feeling coming closer. I ain't the ordinary soldier. I'm a beast, hope the least you can't contain me. I got pride and honor flowing through the same vein. I ain't no sheep, I move my feet and beat my own drum. I'm a motherfucker flying FIFA 4 form. Mama kicked me out the house, yeah, I was so young.
Welcome to another episode of Recognized Game presented by the Tire Sports Network. I am your boy, EB, owner and creator, CEO of In My Bag Apparel. With me, as always, is my brother, head barber, owner, man in charge of Bully's Custom Styles in Denver, Colorado, CB the Bully. What's happening, homie?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Chilling.
What episode is this?
This is episode 72.
That's bullshit. I have no idea what it is either. I think we passed the 100. So happy 100th to you whenever that happened. I was thinking about that earlier. I have no idea when we passed it.
100 episodes.
Like where I didn't have to, like when I stopped having to edit and put all the things out and do all the things myself. Shout out to the work we were on prior and now to Tired Sports. I don't have to do everything. I don't keep track as much. So I have no idea how many episodes we've been doing this for, but congratulations, man.
You too, my brother. It's easy. It's conversations we gonna have anyway.
You just walking out after 100? Like I say, congratulations on 100.
That's all for me, man.
You just done? You like that's all I needed was a hit trip? Oh, okay. All right, he's back.
I'm in negotiation, dog.
Okay. Oh, well, good luck with that. I might need to hire you as my agent if you get that going. So once again, congratulations to you, sir, on whenever that 100th episode was. And congratulations to the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are now your NBA champions for 2025. They beat the Indiana Pacers in Game 7, 103-91. Before we get to the Haliburton injury and everything, I just wanted to say that, like, with the way the day started, I was just hoping we got a game. You know what I mean? Because the way the Kevin Durant news broke, it would easily bury the lead in what the focus is on the last day of the NBA season, which is crowning a champion. So I didn't want to take away from the Oklahoma City Thunder or even what the Indiana Pacers have done by starting off by talking about KD. We'll leave that for ESPN and everybody tomorrow. Let's start off talking about the champs, man. Game 7, the best two words in sports as we hear so often. Thunder get it done, man. Unfortunately, in the first quarter, Haliburton, who's off to a hot start, 3 for 4 from 3, hit 9 points in his first 7 minutes, goes down with what we seem to have seen. Well, obviously too much, especially in these playoffs, with another number 0 going down an Achilles tear. Is it the curse of the 0? Is it because basketball is no longer physical? Is it because people are more athletic and more explosive, and so it's more likely that things like that are going to happen? Is it a freak accident, Caleb? There's so many different ways this has been framed in the last couple of hours. What's the answer?
What it is. I know what it is, dog.
Tell me what it is. That's why I asked you.
Just like when he hit that game winner, it's got to be the shoes.
Is it? It's the Converse?
High tops. High tops are looking real good right now. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Stop it, y'all. Every time you step like that, the heel ain't got no support. And it's all from a step. Every one of them has been from a step. Not being too explosive, because even cats from the 80s and 90s were taking that step. High tops looking real good right now.
As a wearer of high tops when I hooped, also a person who tore his Achilles on a step, I was with you to a point. So we can't even say that that's 100% what it is, because that type of thing can happen too. But the fact that it's happening so frequently, it's got to be something. Is it? So it's not the brand of shoes, it's the style of shoes. So it's not the fact that he's wearing Pumas, it's the low.
We can't do that because it was a Nike that got Kobe, it was a Nike that got KD, a Converse that got Hallie,
Jordan that got Tatum,
and Adidas that got Damian.
All right, so yeah, we can't. So Converse are the safest shoe to play basketball in, is what you're saying. Is that you're breaking that news right now? The safest news. Are you hooping in the Shea ones now?
Well, you look at it, bro. They probably got more support than any other shoe out there when it comes to that zipper as well.
By looking at it, what does it remind you of?
It's the Reebok question redone.
Absolutely.
And the other colorways are just going to show you that. If you give us a Georgetown colorway in the SGA, we're going to be like, this is the question.
Is that a bully move, putting the gold shoes around your neck after you win the championship?
I'm going to have to say it is.
Yeah,
I wanted to hate, but I remember what happened last season and how Batman was taking everybody's shit, and his son gave him the most authentic moment he was going to have. You know, so to see it never been done before that I could believe, that I could remember.
Yeah, I can't think of one.
I wanted to call it corny, but it was championship colorway. His brother or somebody put it around his head like it was authentic, but I'm sure we all knew that. I'm sure he knew that shit was coming.
Right.
It's a bully move.
I think it's a bully move too. I agree 100%. Let's break down some of these numbers real quick, man. SGA, who becomes the fourth player ever to win the scoring title, the regular season MVP, as well as finals MVP. Also, that Western Conference Finals trophy that he got in the last round against Minnesota. Finished the game 29, 5, and 12. Not a good shooting night as well for somebody that's usually pretty efficient. 8 for 27, 11 and 12 from the free throw line. You know, he knocks those down. You also get 20 out of J-Dub. Chet Holmgren, who the 18 points, 8 rebounds don't say enough about. I think he had 5 or 6 blocks as well. 5 blocks in this one. He was efficient, 6 for 8 from the field. In an era where we talk about depth and the depth of the super team, especially, this is a big three. As much as everybody contributes, as much as you can have an Alex Caruso go off one night, and Aaron Wiggins, you got a guy who, by all accounts, in the other Jalen Williams, who could be a triple double on any given night, who doesn't see the floor on some nights. So when depth is prioritized and is a key, having these 3 core players at the end of the day, especially with Tyrese Haliburton going down, is what gets it done for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, man. Him going down, bro, it would have been more of a dogfight if he was in there. But
I mean, and the Pacers had the lead at the half. What was it, 48-47 at halftime? So, like, you know, like I think J-Dub said, you don't just stumble into the finals. Exactly. So, sure, Haliburton went down, but all these guys got him there. So, to see that they were still competitive and still fighting, they didn't just give up was nice to see.
Haliburton was the only person to hit my parlay, too. I needed over 8.5 points out of him. He gave me that, and 2 3-pointers.
That's crazy.
So I appreciate that, Hallie.
I didn't even bother betting on it. I'm sure you don't even want to hear that shit right now.
I hope he doesn't become a role player.
You think he's young though? I mean, like you could worry a little more about like a Dame Lillard, especially the way there's been advancements with these Achilles injuries. You see Kevin Durant bounce back to basically what he was before.
Kevin Durant's the best we've ever seen somebody come back from.
100%. Aaron Rodgers, I know he's a year removed now from coming back from his Achilles injury as well. So with the aging thing is always something I worry about more. So I'm way more worried about Dame Lillard, but it's somebody that's done it.
Right.
It took me out. I didn't have, and that's kind of what stopped me at the time was the mentality, the mental to get, because it just gets ripped away when that shit happens. You know what I mean? That shoe comes off, that foot swells up, and you on crutches for me at that time, it was 7 to 9 months. So to be able to still push through that, and it's a lot easier now, and you cashing those checks, and the recovery time is a little shorter. You know, hopefully he can bounce back, and this isn't just a one-off for Indiana. It'd be nice to see them be able to stay in the mix for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, and when it does happen, there are things you're gonna have to change about your life. You know what I'm saying? Even Kevin Durant slimmed down even more after he tore his Achilles. So hopefully they got good doctors and good therapists around them, and it's a speedy recovery from all them cats.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like to see them dames in the next number with a high top on it.
I mean,
the high top era is going to be crazy. The next high top era is going to be crazy.
I mean, what happened after Kobe tore his?
Super high.
All the way. You're going to be knee highs.
Yeah.
They're not going to be fucking around.
Yeah. So we'll see, man.
All right, we'll get past Game 7 for now. Once again, congratulations to the Oklahoma City Thunder. That fan base, man, they helped win that championship. That arena was crazy all night. And we talked about that at the beginning of the series. The basketball fan in those two arenas was great for the NBA Finals. Sure, the ratings, we're going to talk all about that. We'll hear about the small market teams. I heard one guy in particular that we both have known for a long time. I saw real quick on Facebook. All he said was worst finals ever. How? Why? What's wrong? What is the problem with it? Like, is it because your team wasn't there? Because a big team
you didn't know the names in it, or you wanted to, or was this like a LeBron nut hanger?
Yeah, you don't like the players? Is it? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was a Denver specific fan.
Got you.
I won't go saying any names, but
we don't have to.
He's good with his hot takes. Congratulations to the Indiana Pacers as well, man.
7 games and it's bad finals is crazy to me.
I didn't say it, man. I didn't say it.
Whatever, man.
Some people's takes aren't always on point. If you feel me,
right?
You get it? You get it? Oh,
yeah.
You got it?
I got it.
It was for you.
Absolutely. I got it.
Anyway, congratulations to the Pacers as well, man. They did all they could. Siakam finished with 16 points tonight. Nebhard with 15. Haliburton with a 9 before he goes down. And then there's Mathurin off that bench again, 24-13. TJ McConnell with 16 points. So, they're able to keep these guys together. It's going to be tough to see what they are, at least for next season, with this kind of injury for Haliburton, where you're going to miss, especially this happening right, the last game of the year. Your recovery time is basically the season. So, as much as we don't expect to see Dame Lillard or Jason Tatum next season, or even Kyrie for most of it, we could kind of count out Tyrese Haliburton as well. You think that moves McConnell into a starting spot? Do they try to bring somebody in to cover for him until he gets back?
I have no idea, bro. They're going to bring in somebody we don't fucking know, but got hustle, heart, and enthusiasm. They're going to find somebody. We ain't going to hear about him until he's fucking warming up.
So is it over for Indiana, or can they stay kind of relevant next season?
Yeah, they're not making the Eastern Conference Finals.
Where do you think they end up? Are they in the mix? Are they a top 6 seed? Are they in the play-in with this injury? What do you think?
First round. I'm not going to disrespect them with the play-in, but they can make the first round.
First round. Huh?
Don't count Siakam out, bro. And them young bulls got a little taste already.
Agreed. Especially, we talk about Mathurin, McConnell, and Nebhard, Nesmith. Obi Toppin had some great games in these finals. Right. If Indiana would have won, who's your finals MVP?
Probably Siakam.
I would have gave it to McConnell.
McConnell's a motherfucking monster for sure.
He was an engine.
Yeah. And
I heard Tim Legler talk about it earlier, on the pregame show, as a guy that came off the bench for most of his career. You got to kind of ease into the game. You got to figure out when you're jumping in off the bench, you got to kind of find your legs, find out how that game goes. And TJ McConnell seems to just hit the ground running every time.
Right.
So, but big shout out to him. If he hasn't recently, he definitely just got himself paid.
Oh boy, he's the hardest worker out there.
Killing it, bro. Moving on to what some may consider the biggest news of the day. Yeah, see, first game 7 in 9 years. Agree. You're getting into Siakam too? Sorry, I was just looking at the comments.
Yep.
You got Siakam too, Dustin? Tired Sports, shout out the Bearded Bros. But moving on to this Kevin Durant trade, man. So the Phoenix Suns agreed to trade Kevin Durant from them to the to the Houston Rockets for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, the number 10 overall pick this season, and 5 second-round picks. What's crazy to think about is this is Kevin Durant's 5th team.
Right.
He's on the move.
He has complete the NBA jersey rainbow.
Did he do it?
With the red jersey, yes, sir.
Oh shit. Joining Shaq and some other illustrious characters in that group.
I like Carmelo's podcast. They be talking about dirty jersey, nasty jersey eras.
Yeah.
If somebody on the shows had a nasty jersey, they talk about it.
That's good shit.
Yeah, it's good. It's funny.
What's crazy is Kevin Durant came into a league that had Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant, Dirk Nowitzki, all these guys that stuck with one team and tried to stick it out. All three who also were champions with those teams.
Right.
And towards the end of his career, now it's a league that has seen Tony Parker in a Charlotte Hornets jersey. It saw Shaquille O'Neal as a Celtic.
Nasty.
And now Kevin Durant on his fifth squad. But it's a little different. This doesn't have that super team big three search that he seemed to have been on since leaving Oklahoma City, going and join the Warriors, trying to do his own.
That's what I was gonna say. But this is the most respectful move I've ever seen Kevin Durant make off the court, of course.
Right. Yeah. So, because we see what they attempted to do in Brooklyn with Kyrie and with Ben Simmons or with James Harden, and then
he was just trying to get with the most stacked squad he could.
Right, and trying to get in here in Phoenix. When you come into Devin Booker, they bring in Bradley Beal, sacrifice their entire future, which they recoup some of that back with his trade.
Right.
But now in his 15, and like I said, it's a little different because with teams, and we just talked about this with the two teams in the finals, these teams that prioritize depth, that big three that you're searching for, you're trying to manufacture, it's been a lot more organic in Oklahoma City, or these super teams that everybody was in the hunt for over the last 15, 20 years. That's kind of gone away. And this move for Kevin Durant gives a team a go-to guy. A lot of those times you looked at them in the playoffs this year, sure, they were the number 2 seed, but they didn't have anybody to take them home. They didn't have anybody to finish the deal. And that's what Kevin Durant is. So if these guys can grow up a little more, you got a guy like Fred VanVleet, who's also won a championship.
Right.
Like some of these other young guys, and a bench that still has some depth to it as well. They were one of the deeper teams in the NBA this year as well. What are your initial thoughts on this KD trade? Did you see how he found out about it, or like how the confirmation on the Fanatics Fest?
Yeah, I thought that was dope. I'm back on the Kevin Durant train, bro. I want to see what happens with this Houston team. I wasn't really a fan of Houston with Dylan Brooks over there, but I really like this team now. Shit. The twin goes crazy. It's crazy they got off the green, but
I don't think it's that crazy because even it might have just been last season. There was this whole thing when Şengün was kind of coming up. They didn't know what to do with Jalen Green. Şengün gets hurt, and Jalen Green balls, and they almost made the playoffs the year before last or something like that. So, they just didn't figure out how to get these two young guys to work together. So one of them, and it seemed inevitable to me, it was going to be Jalen Green, especially when you have a steady point guard like Fred VanVleet. They got Reed Shepherd coming in. He'll be in a
big that's called the Junior Jokic. So yeah,
right. We look at this right now. The projected starters, you got Fred VanVleet, Amen Thompson, KD, Jabari Smith, and Alperen Şengün. That's a damn good starting lineup. Amen Thompson can be in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year.
Thompson is a fucking dog, bro.
If he can, and now he's playing with Kevin Durant. Get a couple shooting sessions in with him. If Amen Thompson gets a jumper, he's dangerous.
Goodness. What's he, a third-year player? He's gonna be nice.
He'll be real dangerous with a jumper. And playing with KD ain't gonna do nothing but help that. Give him space and opportunity. And even on the bench, you got Aaron Holiday, Drew Holiday's little brother, Reed Shepherd, like I mentioned, Cam Whitmore, who's bouncy. And then you got Torrey Eason and Steven Adams. So they're 10 deep already without making any other moves after this Kevin Durant trade. And there's inevitably still going to be more things to happen with this team.
Yeah.
But right now, with those guys as currently constructed, can this team beat the Thunder?
I think so. Put our man on the SGA. That veteran KD. I don't know who the leader of this team is, though. It's my whole thing. I don't know who the fucking leader's going to be.
It's got to be Fred VanVleet, right?
But it's strong coaching over there, too.
It's got to be Fred VanVleet and Steven Adams. And Steven Adams has played with KD before.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Yeah, Steven Adams signed that 3-year, man. He's loving it in Houston.
He's never been a free agent. He's always signed a deal, and they've extended him everywhere he's been.
He doesn't hurt systems.
At all.
He can't hurt systems. It's like Aquaman with the, whatever group they were called.
So let me ask you this as well. Whoa, is that what?
Out of Houston.
I haven't seen that yet. That's crazy if that's true. Also, bring him to LA.
Come on.
That's wild. If those of y'all that don't see it in our TikTok, shout out Dustin from the Bearded Bros. There are reports that Amin Thompson is asked out of Houston and wants to be traded. Not breaking any news here, but it is rumored that is possible. That's wild. You would think he'd be kind of chomping at the bit for an opportunity like that, but exactly. Bring him to LA. You know, like let's make Amin Thompson a Laker. Huh? I'm gonna start on that now. That's crazy.
And a big. We need a fucking big.
Big time. Moving on just a little bit. You know what NBA uniforms remind me of now?
Volleyball jerseys.
Okay, that's a thing.
I don't know. I be guessing, dog.
That's what that was just a random pulled out the air guess, or is that how you?
I mean, the 5280 white Denver Nuggets jersey looks like a volleyball jersey to me. Looks cheap.
You remember when? I don't know. I guess maybe you don't remember when, but you remember noticing that McDonald's started getting less fun. Like you stopped seeing the play places as much. They changed from like the red trim and the fun looking building to just like mini prisons.
Yeah,
that's NBA jerseys. Like they took away all the fun of the courts and
that's
even
the culture, bro. I think it's the culture and everything.
Agreed, but
I think just like even the clothing, the bland colors now. You know what I'm saying? The 90s was different, boy. 80s and 90s, it's a lot of colors.
With all that said, though, there are some teams that have already and some other teams rumored to be revamping and rebranding. We've seen the Orlando Magic reveal their new jerseys, bringing back the pinstripes, and even going as far as I didn't like them at first, but when I realized that they were the nod to the throwback jacket, to the warm-up jacket, I love those jerseys now. And there's been like fan concept art about the Raptors' possible rebrand. There's some rumors of the Grizzlies, a couple other teams.
Rebrand, or are they gonna? I don't know, man. Maybe different colorways in the old school shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like trying to do a nod to the nostalgia and freshening it up would be nice.
Big logo, we like big logo. Go big logo.
Because a lot of it's just everybody's the same. It's all just so cookie cutter uniform type of shit. Like it could be as simple to me as just giving the Lakers the actual gold color back. Not that highlighter yellow. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be a nice just little touch for me. I'd be cool with that.
Yeah, I hear you. Give us the whole gold arena again with the gold rim holder and everything too.
Yeah, give me all that. Even like you remember when the Sixers had like the shooting star basketballs on the side of their court and shit like that. All of that. Bring back fun. Yeah. With a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder, and as fun as they are, even down to their post-game interviews, let's bring back some fun to the visuals of basketball. You know?
Everything, man. You know, the MTV show, the MTV hoop basketball.
Rock and Jock.
Yeah, bring that shit back, man. Just make it fun.
Yeah, the Celebrity All-Star Game could be better too.
Hell yeah, bro.
Maybe we'll get famous enough to play next year. Can we get that famous in 7 months, 8 months?
Maybe. TikTok.
So on you, TikTok. You know who is bringing back fun? In My Bag Apparel.
That's it.
Discussing styles. If you guys need some fun in your life, you need a haircut. You one of those lonely single fucks who's not quite sure your haircut's kind of crooked. Going down to Bully's Cuts and Styles on 16th Street in Denver, Colorado.
Let me bless you.
He's out there making husbands. Boom. Also get your wardrobe right. Original art from In My Bag Apparel.
Come on.
Anyway.
Come on.
There was also some people online discussing a different aspect of jerseys, and I wanted to bounce this off of you.
Our Sports Network, of course.
Boom. Exactly. And see kind of what you thought of this. I thought this was kind of a cool idea that NBA teams should allow or let or talk to or make the teams wear their WNBA counterpart jerseys at least once a year. What do you think about that?
On the court?
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Like do the WNBA colors, but still keep the NBA style jerseys and stuff like that. So you could get like Steph in the Valkyrie colors. You could get your boy Ant with the Lynx colors, which are pretty similar to the T-Wolves already.
Once a year.
Yeah, just once a year. And especially like if it was a matchup, like if you could match it up, I guess it's too late in the season for the NBA for them to be able to match up with the NBA matchups. But at least when they play each other, like we got this Haliburton, maybe not next year, the Haliburton Brunson kind of mini rivalry going on. So why not get them in Fever and Liberty colors, stuff like that? You know what I'm saying?
I'll fuck with it.
You got this. There's so I'll run down a few of them. Like there's like Luka could be in the Sparks colors, which are pretty similar as well. The Suns and the Mercury, the Mavs and the Wings, whose are also similar colors. The Bulls in the Sky are interesting because theirs aren't really close at all. And then
Bulls in that sky colorway go crazy though.
it would be kind of dope. And then you got new teams like the Tempo, who's coming soon to Toronto, could team up with the Raptors. So that actually that would probably not happen because that's Drake and Serena. Serena's in ownership with the Tempo. So maybe not them. But also, who would the Thunder wear? Would they wear the Seattle Storm jerseys or would they wear the Tulsa Shock jerseys? Tulsa Shock is no longer a team, but they did originate from Seattle.
Well, OKC, Seattle's no longer a team.
Right. But that brings other options for like throwbacks for some of the WNBA teams that are no longer with us. So like there's no more Houston Comets, but the Rockets could rock the Comets colors. Wasn't there a Miami Soul team for a little bit? There was a Miami squad. They could do it. The Hornets and the Sting, the Rockers and the Silvers and the Cavs. But then you leave teams out too. Like the Connecticut Sun wouldn't have an NBA affiliate. The Las Vegas Aces wouldn't. And then like the Grizzlies and the Nuggets, teams like that wouldn't have a WNBA counterpart. So I don't know how they'd make it happen for the whole league. But
I think it'd be playing on Women Wednesdays.
Yeah, something like if there's like a special like women like during breast cancer awareness or something like that, a little nod would be just them wearing the WNBA jerseys. I think it'd be kind of cool.
In October?
Do
they play in October? Oh no.
Maybe. No, the NBA kicks off in October. It's like the last couple of days, but
it's like the 22nd.
I can't check my Facebook right now. It's on the other phone and I can't reach it. It's the whole thing. Caleb, check your Facebook. Can you check your Facebook?
Yeah, I'm gonna just exit that ticket real quick.
Never mind. It might just be to my Facebook. I don't know if it's in the group or not.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know. I got caught up in the game 7, so I had some like things about Lakers rumors. I saw a rumor trade for like Dalton Connect, Austin Reeves, and I think Dorian Finney-Smith for Jaren Jackson Jr. What do you think about that? I know you said we need a big. You just said it again. And Jaren Jackson has been on the Laker radar, but I heard he wasn't a possible for them. But what do you think about the rumor?
Say the names again. Connect who and who?
Connect, Reeves, and Dorian Finney-Smith.
Nah.
No?
Nah. We got to keep Reeves in that mix.
You think it's I'm not that heavy on Keep Reeves. I feel like him and Luka aren't like you. How long can you play them on the floor at the same time?
I just don't think we've seen enough of it to, call that right now.
What if you could flip? This is just off the top of my head, but if you could somehow flip Austin Reeves and maybe some other shit into Drew Holiday.
If we get Drew Holiday and Jaren Jackson, bring it on.
Well, okay. See, now you're just adding things. That wasn't my question. Is if you could just flip Austin Reeves into Drew Holiday, would you be more? Because having that, even Derek White or like a Mikal Bridges, that kind of player next to Luka, instead of somebody that's a poor man's version of him. Just it seemed like it'd be better to try to win a championship.
I would take Drew before Reeves for sure. He's a cheat code before this season, bro. Got 2 of them.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's not Rondo, but it's like Rondo. You know what I'm saying? Like just a smart point guard that can do shit when LeBron's off the court, Luka's off the court. Like anybody with that, mind and is still willing and able to do the job. Come on.
I mean, that being said, we keep talking about the priority of depth. So making these big swings may not be in the best interest for the Lakers, but like what else are they supposed to do right now? Oh, he sent it to you too. You can check about the logo rebrands. Was it the one you guys did on your show?
Showing it right here.
Yeah, that is the ones. Yeah, I saw them talk. They did a bunch of them. There's some really cool ones. The Grizzlies one, the Raptors one was crazy.
That shit's hard.
Those are really dope.
Let me get out of there.
Hey, welcome back.
Yo. Tap the screen, y'all. Tap the screen. Go crazy. Brazy. Lemon squeezy. Are we still at uniforms, bro?
No, we were just talking about the Laker rumor trade.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And then another thing on the WNBA side of things, Aces seem to be getting their shit together. They beat Caitlin Clark in the Fever today. That was it was a day full of basketball. My day started with the Big Three. Got to watch some games in the Big Three. The 305 went down though. Michael Beasley crazy ass and them lost. So I got to watch like 2 or 3 games of the Big Three. Then I moved right over to Fever Aces. And then it was pregame time for Game 7. It was a solid.
What time we got left in the Big Three?
This is only week 2,
right? Okay.
Yeah, it's week 2. Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Smart man. She was a smart man.
Yeah. The timing is great. Same for the W. Like those people like us that are still fiending for some basketball don't want to watch 9-hour baseball games. We still got some hoop to watch.
We got some hoop to watch. There's some boxing coming up, UFC events.
You know what's not coming up?
A John Jones fight.
Not a John Jones fight.
Sorry, Aspinall.
Sorry, Ngannou.
Yeah, it's not happening. He's going out on top.
We talked about this last week. We were dreaming up these fights. Like, oh, he has to fight Aspinall. They're both interim champions. Who's the real champ? Let's get this fight figured out. I was talking about the rumored PLL UFC winner take all purse with John Jones and Francis Ngannou. All of these things we talked about a week ago, and just on a random what was it, Thursday night, Friday night?
Yeah,
he's like, hey guys, I'm done. Like, fuck what you talking about?
Really done.
Widely regarded as I also put him up there as the GOAT. 28 1-1 over his career. That one loss was a disqualification for using that 12-6 elbow, which exactly, you look in the history books now and that's legal. So take that with what it is. And then we know about the failed drug test, which led to the no contest against Daniel Cormier. But other than that, Johnny Meaty Bones Jones, one of the greatest to ever do it. Disappointing to say the least. That we won't get to see him fight again. I saw immediately a lot of people are like, oh, he'll be back. You think he'll be back?
Nah.
He
looks when you're the best, you're the best, bro. You only doing it for legacy fights, and if there's no legacy fights, bro, I feel bad for the heavyweight division in every sport right now, bro.
Like what's that quote about? It's hard to stay hungry when you're sleeping on satin sheets or whatever it is. That's got to be where John Bones is at this time. Like, what is left to accomplish? How do you still have that hunger to want to get punched in the face all the fucking time? That's my whole thing. Like, after you've gotten to the top of getting punched in the face all the time and punching other people in the face all the time, maybe at some point you don't want to get punched in the face anymore. You're like, oh, I'm cool. I'm gonna go fishing.
Super peaceful nowadays, man. Seems super peaceful. I mean, the integrity, the testosterone probably ain't kicking like it used to. And the fight would mean a lot more to Aspinall than John Jones.
100%.
100%. He's probably got other offers to do other shit.
And it's sometimes it's better to go out early than to stay too long. You know what I mean? Barry Sanders did it. We always leave him wanting more. And some people stick around too long. People have been asking for LeBron to retire for 8 years. Some people say Kobe stuck around too long. He got out while he still got all his wits about him. Still doesn't seem like he's affected too much from all those hits he took. I guess he didn't really take too many. John Jones was nice now.
John Jones will fuck a motherfucker up.
But, congrats to him on a career. Who are we to say, you can't do this yet? Congrats to him. Whatever he does next in his life, I'm sure he'll enjoy. Because I don't think it'll be a lot in the spotlight unless he just decides he wants to start a podcast or something just randomly.
I hope it's in the spotlight somewhere, man.
I think he's just going to be out the way, man.
picking up Hasbullahs and shit.
Like when he doesn't have a fight coming up outside of like some of the trouble he's been in, I guess. When do you really see John Jones?
Same, bearded bro. I just wanted to see one more out of him, but I wanted to see him stand and bang. Meaty Jones is a grappler for sure. These niggas hit too hard. He got to just take him to the ground.
Yeah, call it a quits. Fuck it.
Well,
so congrats, John Jones, on a fantastic career.
Shout out.
Back to Game 7, man. This now makes it that in the last 40 years, 7 champions have now been decided in the Game 7. I wanted to see if you could tell me who did it on the road.
Who won a championship on the road?
In Game 7. Just in the last 40 years.
LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
You're absolutely right.
Yep.
2016, of course, coming back from that 3-1 deficit. Now I got a bonus question for you. I'm gonna run through the other Game 7 matchups over the last 40 years. I just went like over my lifetime to keep it like in a shortish kind of span. Yeah, I said shortish. So we have so this is what I want to do. I'm gonna give you all of these, and I want you to tell me what the highest scoring game was out of these. All right.
Hold up. Oh, Ilya. Ilya's beating Charles. Ilya is just like the next Mighty Mouse, but with more talent.
Oh, I got more time to watch some fights too. Good shit.
Yes, sir.
And what's it? Was it King of the Ring is this weekend, I think, too.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Usos is pissed right now too. Rikishi's pissed. I see him.
Rikishi always mad when his boys lose.
Just don't know the fucking story. Like he
forgets that there's a whole. Yeah, agreed.
Unless he just, that's his part.
All right, so I'm gonna give you all of these, and I'm gonna give you the year. And you tell me which of these matchups was the highest scoring game.
All right.
1988, we have the Lakers beating the Detroit Pistons. 1994, we have the Houston Rockets beating the Knicks. 2005, we have the Spurs beating the Pistons. 2010, Lakers beat the Celtics. 2013, you got the Heat over the Spurs. 2016, as we mentioned, the Cavs beat the Warriors. And tonight, Oklahoma City Thunder beat the Pacers. What was the highest scoring game of those?
I'm going to say Lakers Celtics. Both those teams had a gang of scores on them. Kobe and Powell was going crazy. The three-party was going crazy. It doesn't seem like it was too far back where they weren't playing, where they were only scoring up to 70, 80. But it does seem like you had a whole bunch of scores out on the court. So I'm going to say that series.
The 2010 Lakers-Celtics series is only second to the Spurs and Pistons as the lowest scoring of those.
So now I'm going to go with, you said Spurs Heat?
Yeah, I did say them. Nope, it's not them either. They the Heat beat the Spurs in 2013, 95-88. Lakers beat the Celtics in 2010, 83-79. And in 05, the Spurs beat the Pistons 81-74.
So the Pistons were in the series then, huh? Or what was it? You said the Rockets and the Knicks?
Yeah, so you still have Lakers, Pistons, Rockets, Knicks. There's still the Cavs, Warriors, and there's tonight.
Let's go Lakers, Pistons. Big shot Bob, Big shot Billups, Kobe.
You're right and also wrong at the same time.
Okay.
Because it was the Lakers Pistons series, but this is in 1988. So Chauncey Billups was still in Park Hill. It was Showtime against the Bad Boys the year before the first of the Pistons back to back.
I was definitely thinking they only scored like 60 or 70 points.
This is why I made a genius question. The Lakers actually beat the Pistons 108-105. And then what are the other ones I had? The Rockets beat the Knicks 90-84.
Yeah.
Your Cavs beat the Warriors 93-89. And then tonight, Thunder beat the Pistons 103 or Pacers 103-91.
Wild. I actually didn't get to catch that Roundtree and Hill fight. I guess it was earlier, but I definitely wanted to see Roundtree beat the shit out of Hill. He'll be talking too crazy, man. Even after the fight, he be acting like it's not fair. Like, Hill, you're not that good, bro. You're not top 10 in that division anymore. Like, Roundtree, the only nigga that's stopping him is Alex Pieta with the Aztec Mayan warrior genes.
Yeah, that fight was super early. Like I was still at work for that fight, so I didn't get to catch
I was pissed when I got home and I tried to see what was going on. Shit was over with. I didn't even get a parlay put together. It was crazy.
Well,
but yeah, that's crazy, man. That was a good question because I definitely thought the earlier in time, the less points they were going to score. And then I started thinking about 3-point lines disappearing and shit. Like,
well, see, at this point, it is once again time for one of the most delicious segments in all of podcasts. Talking snack.
Talking snacks, man. Yeah.
Like that.
Go on.
Like that. That was nice. You been working on that? That's off the head?
That was off the top. Tippy top.
Good shit, see? Anything delicious you want to share with the people this week?
No, man. I had In-N-Out today. It was good. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah, that's whatever.
The animal style fries was fresh, though.
Was they? Oh, okay.
When you get the cheese melting right,
there you go.
It's not just 8 fries and a clump of cheese.
Yep, for sure. When the cheese is still cheesing, as they say.
It was cheesing, melting cheese, and almost
cheese be cheesing. I love it when that cheese be doing that cheesy thing, man. That's good.
Too, man.
I'm happy for you, really, honestly.
Pleasure. The burger's always good protein, double. You know how I do.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. Son got a shake. He loved that mug.
Bet he did, man.
Love that, man. Vanilla.
What a day.
That's our snacks, man. We had a meal. Shit.
I got a couple. Shout out once again to Lachelle's and the Fits. I was out running errands today. Decided to stop by there and pick up brunch. The item that I helped create that started off as my birthday special, which is still on the menu. We call it the Snickle Fits. It's biscuits and gravy with some bacon, fried egg, hash browns, as well as some green chili. The green chili is how you know I was part of it because I'm in Iowa and that doesn't happen everywhere. But my chef, shout out Chef Jake, who also made my new In My Bag logo, which will be unveiling very soon. Shout out to him for having this green chili recipe, fire as hell. So shout out to that. Also, I went to the store and I was going to get more of the Sprite plus teas. Have you had one yet, by the way?
No, I just saw other people do their little taste test, and they said it's not too much soda and it tastes fire. I gotta try it.
It's delicious. But the grocery store is out, so I had to pivot, which is okay because I like trying new things. And I saw, which I had seen before, the tropical 7-Ups.
Wow, that feels like a throwback. Reminds me of the Sprite remix.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. But the tropical 7-Up, pretty solid as well. A little bit of like a hint of mango in there or some shit, but not. I don't know if it hits like the Sprite tea does really to me, but it was still good.
I'm gonna see what's up with that Sprite tea, man.
Sprite tea. I'm surprised you ain't been on it yet. I know you like your tea.
Type shit.
You need to get on that for real.
I will.
Thank you.
I really don't be on them sodas, dog.
You drink the shit out the tea. It's the same shit. The tea might be worse. Boom, heat on feet. You see anything this week? Any final shoes catching your eye? Who had the kicks besides the ones we saw around SGA's neck after the game?
That was cool. SGA's little play, final shit was cool. The shit he was wearing, the baby blue, powder blue colorway was crazy tonight.
I like that colorway.
But no, I did not see a shoe that I wanted to talk about in the finals. I saw a shoe from somebody that was staying at home. The hard out here for a pimp jaw tools. You see these motherfuckers? The hustle and flow jaw tools straight out of Memphis. Yeah, man, they're dope. Joshua's dope. He gave the creators, free range to go crazy. They did, and they did not miss. I think the Jaw 2s are dope, but he might need to go a little higher.
Something as simple as turning the swoosh.
Yeah,
just making it yours a little bit. Just turning your swoosh a little bit.
Those are not called the Heart Out Here for a Pimp. I just like that. That's what I call them.
I don't think he can call them those.
Heart Out Here, maybe. I don't know. They don't know, man.
That's what they should call it. They don't know, man.
They don't know, man.
Where's Ja Out Here for a Pimp? Something like that. Huh? You ain't know, man. Another guy staying at home. I guess he wasn't really at home. He was at Fanatics Fest all weekend. But I did see an up close look of the LeBron Witness 9s. There's like 3 different colorways. Those are pretty fucking fire.
Okay.
And then there's a white and gold LeBron Air Force that's fucking pretty sleek itself.
LeBron,
those are him. Huh?
He finally getting his shit together with the older shoes.
He really is.
I really think his kids be helping him a lot too.
I got some of the soldiers over here, and I remember that those things were just so
clunky.
But he didn't tear his Achilles.
Yeah. I had somebody just tell me how bad they are on the knees. He's rocking the 16s, trying to open the 16s. He just feel how heavy it is trying to pick that motherfucker up.
For shit.
LeBron couldn't tell because he was a fucking man child for all them years.
It was like 290 at the time.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Well,
I can't wait to see this.
Before we get to our bully of the week, as we do, it's time for somebody to hold that L. See, who you getting that L to this week?
Nick Cannon.
Oh,
hell, bro. He can't name all his children.
Got too many.
He named 10 of them. I'm sure Mariah Carey's kids was, the expensive ones. She named their names. Mm-hmm. But when it came to them last 2, he just could not get them.
You can't remember the last 2? Those are like the most recent.
I don't know if it's the last 2, but he couldn't get the last 2 names right.
How many is he at now?
He's got 12. Name 10 of them off the tippy.
Off the rip.
But they're just words like justice and brave and colors and shit like that.
You should have done like a George.
This is where I get in trouble. Yeah, nigga, you were in trouble. You should probably get them all tatted right here.
Yep. He should have done like George Foreman. Like all his kids are just named a different version of George. Like George 2, Georgina, Georgette, Georgala, Georgiopolis. Like just do that.
You have to hold an L if you can't name your kids.
Agreed. Hold that L.
Hold it.
I'm giving the L to Louis Vuitton.
Uh-oh.
Like usually, I didn't even see this year. Are they still like the official bag of the Larry O'Brien trophy?
I don't know. I didn't check.
I didn't see that. And I thought that was a cool move on Louis Vuitton's part. A smart little move there to carry the trophy that they tote around from city to city until there's a champion crown. But they're taking the L because they have a store. I mean, they have lots of stores, but in this store in particular, they have a whole store full of chocolate that looks like purses.
I've seen it, yeah.
And they're still selling these bitches for over $400.
So it is a Louis V store. It's not just a chocolate store making Louis V.
It's a Louis V store. You can go to the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory or Stom Chocolate and get. Somebody told me, oh, it's good chocolate. You can find good chocolate anywhere. I opened a Kit Kat the other day, found some good chocolate for $450 for something that looks like a purse. Kiss my ass.
You got to find a freezer and just mummify that motherfucker.
And I don't want to give it. LV don't give a shit about taking this L. They're going to hold it. They're going to take this. But the real L is for the people that are walking up in that motherfucker and buying the shit, especially the ones that are just like TikTok influencers and shit like that. And they're telling you how much they spent to eat half of this shit. You got a G in your lap of melted milk chocolate because it has an LV stamp on that shit. That's ridiculous to me. So shout out LV, actually, really. LV might be the bully this week. They might be the bully, getting stupid motherfuckers to spend $500 on some shit they can get for $5 just because it got a fucking LV stamp on it. So on that note, stay tuned for In My Bag Chocolate. coming to a store near you very, very soon. It's $3,000 a bar.
Type shit. You got that off your chest?
Yeah, thank you.
You good. You good. Bent.
Oh, enough of the negativity. Bully of the week. We got.
I got 3 of them. Number 1, SGA last game 5. They stood and recorded him signing autographs after the game. He signed over 400 of them things.
He does that every game.
That's some bully shit. Second of all, Jay-Z was in Paris rapping niggas in Paris.
There was a nigga in Paris.
And them niggas in Paris went berserk for that shit. It was good to see Jay-Z out. He was rocking that shit in Paris. Bully shit. Lastly, Alex Caruso for popping the first champagne bottle and the whole squad watching you because you're the only one that's done this before. Hey, the locker room celebration looked dull and boring because it was literally all of them staring at Alex Caruso. He pops his shit, shakes it, yells, woo! And then you can see him like kids, like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, they gotta learn the way.
It's cool, man. It was definitely dope just to see Alex Caruso and where he learned it from, nigga. Come on home. La la.
My bully of the week was also Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Finals MVP, regular season MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, scoring champ, 4th player to do it, joining like Shaq, MJ, and Kareem type shit. And a team that doesn't look to be going anywhere. They got draft picks still to use, players, and you hear SGA talk about Chet and J-Dub, who haven't even scratched the surface of what they think they can be. Is a scary thing for the rest of the league. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the Oklahoma City Thunder. Even what's dude's name? Kicklahoma from Whatnot. I remember he's at every game. He annoys me sometimes, but shout out to him being there, shouting out his team, representing them when they were winning 22 games, and now that they're NBA champions. Celebrate that shit, man.
It's always nice to see a real fan get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
he's sitting there courtside. He's been there. He's an Oklahoma City dude. He reps them through and through. Shout out to the city, Oklahoma City.
straight up.
There's a lot of cities.
Our neighbor.
That's all I got for this week, man. You got anything else? You got any random stories you want to tell? Oh, I got a story I want to tell. My bad. I should have told this shit last week. I did I bartended like a private pool party last week, right? And they had this dude. Usually I try to protect names and shit. Not gonna do it. His name was Royce Johns or some shit like that. How do I put this nicely? Douchebag looking motherfucker. Was that nicely? He was the entertainment for this event, you see. And once he got done butchering songs that he was covering and singing some horrible originals, there was one that was called it was like I Got Soul, but I Ain't a Soldier. It was hot garbage. But anyway, it's hot too. So on top of his trash music, and his face bothered me so much I couldn't look at him when he sang. But I go to catch a little break because we're catering the event, doing all of that through Lachelle's Fine Foods, you know what I mean? So I'm inside just trying to catch a little break from the heat, not pouring tequila for a minute, and he's in there sitting on the couch. I'm assuming also trying to do the same thing. He was out there in the heat as well. And he asked me for a joke. And initially, in my head, I always like to remember where I'm at. Because initially, I want to be like, I'm not your dancing monkey, motherfucker. You got paid to perform, not me. But I didn't do that. I told him a joke. It was whatever. And then I already knew that this was just a gateway for him to tell a joke. So he leans in uncomfortably close to me. And he says, "What do you call a black pilot?" I took a large step back. And I said, "Sir?" I got one of those douchey fucking shoulder like nudges.
Yeah.
He goes, "A pilot." He's the only one that laughed at this shit. He got fucking crickets. I had to remove myself from this area for just a second. And then once he left and went back outside, I proceeded to just scream about how much I hated the joke for one, and how good I am at fucking composure, because I had to remember my surroundings in that moment to not snatch that douchey mustache off his face, surrounded by all these fine rich folk that allowed us into their home to entertain them for the evening. So I'm taking back my L. Louis Vuitton, you're safe this week. Keep selling that chocolate. Royce John's 2 first name, whoever the fuck he is. Feel free to look him up. Check out his music. Somebody on here might like it, but that was his joke that he felt was appropriate to tell the only black person in this entire event
for miles.
Right, they couldn't hear me scream if I tried. So shout out to him for being comfortable enough and knowing that there was nothing I could do because I'm on the clock at this time, that he could just open his face to tell me this dumbass joke.
He probably figured all that. That's why he told it.
He don't give him that credit. He didn't think that far. He thought he was funny. He thought he was funny. I'm here now because I had to be composed at that time. This is my time now. The joke wasn't funny. You're a trash person and a worse musician.
There it is.
See you next week on Recognized Game.